Hey there everyone, this is Jeff at StarCat Products, here to bring you episode number 8 of the Card Critic. Today we're going to be talking about a game that is so unknown that the producer of the game actually removed it from their website and from very existence, and there's hardly information on it at all. That's right, we're going to be talking about Wizards of the Coast Arc System, which is a system designed for new trading card game players to get into trading card games which they have a patent on. And so this is what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about what the Arc system is, besides the fact that this is a starter game for new players, how you play it, and the 3 different sets. There is C-23, Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, and Xena, Warrior Princess. And next we're going to talk about why the game failed. Why does it not exist anymore at all? Why doesn't anyone talk about the Arc system? Why aren't there any more sets for the Arc system? And next we're talking about, did the game deserve a little bit better? Was it bad timing? Was it bad marketing? Was it just a bad decision in general? And so I hope you enjoy this. This little feature we're going to call games that could have been good, but were not at all. Enjoy, everyone. I think the best way to describe the Arc system is to read it from the C-23 instruction booklet paper thingy. C-23 is a trading card game, which means that it's a different game every time you play it! Exclamation point. Every C-23 trademark game is different because each player uses his or her own deck of cards. Players take turns playing cards from their hands and putting them in play on the table or whatever surface you've chosen. Unlike most traditional card games, many of the games you play in a trading card game will stay in play for an extended period of time and will continue to affect the outcome of the game. You can play C-23 with either a C-23 starter deck that you buy, or you can experiment new strategies and build your own deck out of cards you own. Alright, you got all that? So basically, the Arc system is a trading card game. You collect cards and you can trade them amongst other players, and you have to have a starter deck of at least 40 cards, which they are so politely to make 1,000,000 of for every set, not game, in the Arc system. They come in 40 card starter decks here. This is a Hercules one that they sold me 2 copies of, I didn't notice. And it comes with the 40 cards. All the decks are split into 2 factions. There's 3 factions total in the game. And those are the 40 card starter decks, but also there are the booster packs, which are 12 cards apiece. And they often contain way better stuff than the starter decks do. Although some of the starter decks do have special characters in them, which we'll go over later. I'm going to make another video of this where I make some decks where I actually play this game. This is more of a review, though. And so they come these 12 card starters, C-23, Xena, Warrior Princess, and Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. And so, how do you play the Arc system? Well, if you're familiar at all with Magic the Gathering, this game is basically a massively cut down version of Magic. It removes all the special card types. It basically goes down to combat, action, character, and resource. They're all pretty self-explanatory what they do. The way you play cards is you play resource cards, which have really bad artwork on them, such as Kevin Sorbo or Hercules here, looking up at the title of the card going, "Oh my lord, what did I get myself into? What did I get myself into? That looks so bad." So basically, you play these resource cards. They have a border that represents the color or faction that they generate resources for, and then you tap them to generate a resource of that color. When you tap resources to generate a color, you must play cards from your hand. The cards are pretty simple. They have the cost at the top left-hand corner, the card type, and for some reason the text going vertically down the side of the card telling you what the card name is. And they have really delightful bad artwork from the material for the set is from. One major thing about all the cards and all these different decks behind me is the Xena cards have the Xena back, the C-23 cards have the C-23 back, and the Hercules cards have the Hercules back. So hopefully back in 1998, which I'm more than certain, deck protectors did exist, so it's absolutely mandatory if you want to play more than just the base sets of this game that you would need to have deck protectors. So using your blue resource that you generated from your really bad artwork Gates of the Underworld while Kevin Sorbo is looking at the title, you can play an action card. Action cards happen on the main phase of your turn. So the turn starts off as start of turn abilities, basically upkeep stuff. Then you draw your card, and then after that, you get your main phase where you get to play cards. So generate blue resource, and you can play Looking for Wounds with this guy looking very pervertedly at these ladies that are like, what's this guy doing behind us? Why is this guy a main character in this show? He's horrible. And so you just do what the card states on the action, and it's removed from play. You can also play character cards. Character cards, similar to the action cards, have the cost listed on the top left, the card type, and their text written vertically for some reason, and really bad artwork in a portrait style. But the man is looking at his cost going, why do I cost 6? Have 4 power, which is the main stat that characters have. There's no attack or defense in this game. There's only power. You are 4 power, you do 4 damage, you can take 4, actually you can fight other things that are 3 and less without dying. Anything 4 or greater kills you. That's all power means. It says I'm bigger than you, you're dead, or you're bigger than me, I'm dead. There's no damage in the game at all whatsoever. The abilities of the character would be down here. We'll show you some more of the main characters in the game. We got some cool promos to show you. And so basically what you do when you have a character card, you play the resources listed at the top left, put it into play, and then when you want to attack, you tap it, just like in Magic. So when you tap it, you declare an attack against your opponent, and they can block with their character. So they get a character, and they tap their character to block it, just to show the players basically that I'm using my card. Cards can't be used they'll be used once a turn until the next turn when they become unused again. And when they're basically you just compare the power that they have, and if it matches, they're both dead. If one of them's greater, the one with the less power dies. If it gets multi-blocked, which the blocker can do, you can't multi-attack other characters in play. So when the character attacks, they can multi-block. So if you want to just be mean and block with Gabriel and this Pretender to the Throne with his really, really bad artwork, you can dual block and you can just wipe out this guy worried looking at his cost of 6 and his 4 power doesn't do anything, where Gabriel here has 5 and has 4 power already. So that's basically the gist of the game. Whenever you attack, you have your deck, and when you take damage, like this Pretender to the Throne, if he were to hit me from a direct attack, or basically nothing blocks him, he'll hit me for 3. So you go 1, 2, 3. That's right. This game you mill the top card, or take the top card of your deck and put it into your graveyard for damage. So the first player basically to not be able to mill a card or draw a card loses. This is really similar to a current game that we are designing here at StarCat Products. I'm not saying there's a lot of similarities, but this game did play a lot into my childhood, so it has a little bit of effect on my work. So next we're going to talk about the different sets in the Arc system. Hey there, I appeared to have lost the footage for when I talked about the Hercules set. So now we're going to talk about the Hercules set. The Hercules set, I believe, is the second set in the Arc system, and one of its major components that it really focused on were cards that could come back from the graveyard. They are very overpowered. You'll see me complain about this greatly in the playthrough video. But basically Hercules is a 180 card set. It has really good characters. A lot of my cards I have in my decks are actually from Hercules. And it stars our friend Kevin Sorbo here as Hercules. Also he is also known for being the captain from Andromeda, I believe what the show is called. And also Lolas, his friend here. And this is one of the special edition cards. One thing that's strange about this card is it has a white border. So it makes it look a lot different than it kind of sticks out in my deck. I run both the Lolases. They're really, really good. They can activate to basically destroy a card with 4 or less power in play. I find Hercules' card to be very, very weak. All it does is untap at the beginning of each opponent's turn. I'd rather run another Lolas over it. I might pick one of these up online because they're like $4 a piece. This is to get Hercules in there because my green deck isn't that great. But yeah, that's the focus of the Hercules set. They have a black back on them. I actually like this card backing the most because it's really simple and it prominently tells you what game system the Hercules set is from. The flame is kind of I don't really like the flame. I prefer the Xena shield and the C-23 like number over the flame. The flame just looks awkward. It needs to be a circle. It just looks more aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, all the cards in the background are gone because I'm awesome and lost the footage for this set. So hopefully this will fill it in for us. And now I'm going to talk about from the original footage some of the gimmicky cards from the Hercules set. Blech. Okay. Here we go. I got some of the cool Hercules cards that had the comeback ability. So here we got Ares Automaton. Yeah. Pretty decent artwork because I've been insulting the rest of them. What's cool is, like I said, blue focuses on not being able to be blocked. And they have this cool little hand symbol. Go on. Here we go. The little hand symbol that basically means at the beginning of each of your turns, this card is in your discard pile, you can put it in your hand. That's pretty cool. Because the way this game works is when you take damage, you mill the top card of your deck into your graveyard, and you can get them back. So they made spells. I need to take the sleeves off. Where basically they have like a basic effect that's often really cut down versions of the other cards. But they come back. I mean, it's so good. You always have stuff you can play. I mean, it's borderline overpowered. I haven't played the game yet, but we'll certainly find out when I make that video. So yeah, Hercules is a pretty good set. A lot of my cards actually were from Hercules. Oh, crap. And so we got some pretty neat things. Like there's Hades. I like the blue deck. The blue deck's the best. It's really good. Divine Healing. Here's one of the counter spells. The bad guy from C-23. Who cares about that though? Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff from the blue. Like Lizard Warriors. Guys aren't even lizards. Anyways, next set. Xena Warrior Princess. I believe this was the first set made in the Arc system. So the cards in it are not that good. Or they're overpowered based on what rarity they are. And I actually used the least amount of the Xena cards in my decks because the Hercules and C-23 cards were so much better. So obviously they're still learning to make this, even though they already made Magic the Gathering beforehand. But we got to learn to make whatever. It's just getting confusing now. So this is the Xena Warrior Princess. The Xena Warrior Princess stars a spin-off character from Hercules called Xena, the Warrior Princess. She has a really, really good card, by the way. Look how overpowered this is. Look, she costs 6. And she looks like she's looking at something off camera. She has 6 power. It's good. And then she's unique. Whenever this character attacks, you may put any combat card from your discard pile to your hand. That is really awesome considering the fact that, again, every time you get hurt, the cards pop off the top of your deck. So, nice. It also stars Gabriel. I didn't really watch any of these shows. These shows came out in the late 90s. They ran for about 6 seasons apiece. They were massively popular during the late 90s. And I really don't have a lot of information on these. This is more of a review of the game, by the way. Okay, guys? And there's Gabriel. A lot of people liked her. She's cute, little blonde lady. And she costs 5. Has 4 power. Is good. Unique. Once during your turn, when you're allowed to play an action card, you may choose one of your opponent's characters with power 4 or less and tap it. Hold up. Zoink. Which of these is like way better than the other? Yola. 6 to play 5. Tap Yolas. Destroy a character of power 4 or less. Or you can play Gabriel and tap 1 4 or less. Whoa. So yeah, so just so y'all know that obviously Xena and Hercules were the first sets made for this game. Alright, we're gonna zoom the camera out here a little bit. Whoa. This is a cool advertisement thing I got from online. And it says Hercules joins Xena. See, obviously Xena was the first set they made. This thing's actually really neat. I like it a lot. It has this cool little string on it. You can hang it up. Whoa. It doesn't want to be on camera. There it goes. Whoa. Whoa. Bad card tornado. So we got Euless on there. We got him though. And this really bad plastic looking Harris Hydra thing that I got like 5 of. So they tried to market this. It's really a shame it didn't go anywhere. There's the websites I was... So get this. So there's these websites that have on all these sets, including this advertisement. Here goes wizards.com/Hercules and the Arc System logo. When you go there, it 404s. They don't even exist anymore. They completely removed it from existence on their site. They barely even mention it. It's a shame that you just make intellectual property like this and just wipe it out of oblivion. So it's pretty cool. I like this thing. I bought it and I like it a lot. The only thing I don't like, minus points, the sword that Hercules is holding looks really, really fake and plasticky. And again, he looks so worried all the time. He's like, oh, I got this fake sword. Oh, I'm so strong though. Good thing I can hold fake swords better than anyone else. Oh man. Oh. Alright, thunk. Anyways, now we're going to talk about why it was bad. Stay tuned. Hey there guys, so it looks like I lost the footage for the C-23 set as well. So I don't really have any cool tats or anything to show off for this set. I actually had a lot less of the cards compared to Xena and Hercules cards for this set. But I do have some of the stuff on the way. The first being is the Corbin promotional card that was in the first issue of the C-23 comic. He's really, really strong. He's a 7 to play 7. He's a red card. He's unique. And during combat, if this character is attacking or blocking, you may play your combat card without tapping resources. If you do so, put it into your hand afterwards. It's really, really good because you have a good combat card. You can keep recycling it. I'm currently bidding on this card. I'm pretty certain I'm going to get it. But I'll have it in the third part of this review where I basically go over my experiences of playing the game after my first game, playing it with our new player. And the second piece of tat that I got is a hanging advertisement similar to the Xena Hercules one for the C-23. I'm currently waiting for this to come in the mail, so it'll definitely be in part 3. And the last thing I want to talk about is the C-23 set looks the best out of the 3 sets. And the reason is that the set actually does have custom artwork drawn by the artist Jim Lee and his cronies, I guess, for the card game. I have a sketch from comicbookfanartwork.com. Let me make sure I get the right site here. It is comicartfans.com, where they actually drew Philo, which is actually one of the villains in the comic, I believe. It shows the line art that Jim Lee drew for the C-23 card game, which explains immensely why these cards look so much better than the Hercules Xena ones or just their low-resolution screenshots that they are. And so the one drawback of the C-23 set is it's only 163 cards over the 180 cards that are in the Hercules and Xena sets. But one thing that does stick out is they made a lot of direct damage red cards, and they gave blue counter spells, which are really, really too powerful in the game. And you'll definitely see when we start playing it how overpowered some of the spells are with the counter spells. So that's basically the gist of C-23. It's my personal favorite set. It's the most balanced. When you mix it with Xena, though, Xena and Hercules, it really shows how overpowered those first 2 sets can be, especially the Hercules set with those cards that can come back. So that's the C-23 set. So, the big question everyone's probably thinking, why did the Arc system fail? Why did it fail? Shh, calm down, Hercules. Why did the Arc system fail? Well, I think y'all can pretty much guess a lot of the reasons why it might have failed. First of all, let's look at some of the cards for a moment. Let's look at some of these cards. Number 1. Why the hell are all the backs different? You know, way back when Magic the Gathering was made, Richard Garfield made the first couple of sets with Wizard of the Coast, and then he was like, I want to make an expansion set. I want to call it Arabian Nights. So instead of Magic the Gathering, it should be called Magic Arabian Nights. It'll have a cool pink card on the background Instead, that way they know what sets it's from. Then they go, wait a minute, these are cards. Maybe they should have had the same back on them. That way players can expand the game beyond just the first few sets. Good idea. So why did they go back on their decision with the Arc System? Does these look like the same game to you? No, it doesn't. It looks like Jim Lee's C-23, Hercules' Legendary Journeys, and Xena the Warrior Princess. The only reason why you can tell because they say Arc System at the top. Why are all the cards different? It is stupid. Stupid. To further nail this into stone, why do all the cards look different? There it is. Why do all the cards look different? Okay, yes, they look generally the same. Like when you go through them, we get a character from... where is one? Stand by. So I'm going to ask you something. Do these three cards look like they're from the same game? Give a quick look here. They kind of look the same. They have the same little flag thingy in the corner. But one's all cybernetic and has a drawing. One of them has a big flame, number 2. The other one has a shield, number 6. It's the thing. It's okay to make the intellectual property different in every set. The next episode we're going to talk about an anime game that has different intellectual property for every set, and you can tell they're from the same game. Because the aesthetics is huge when it comes to design when you make a card game. These cards should not look drastically different. Yes, I understand that they got the license for Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, Xena the Warrior Princess, and Jim Lee's C-23 for some reason. But that does not mean be cheap as possible, get every blurred, low-res screenshot you can find of the 2 TV shows and just rip cells out of the damn comic book for C-23. It clashes like crazy. I mean, a lot of the artwork on these things is really, really bad. What the hell is this? Gregorius. Hi, Gregus. You big plastic face that looks like Starcat's Reptor. Hey guys, I'll give you $4. Hey Xena, I got 4 power. Hey, get out of here. Why is the art so bad? I mean, yes, this one's kind of funny. Gate guard. Man, his sleeves are glare so bad. Gate guard. Hello, I'm the gate guard. I mean, that's pretty okay. I mean, But look at this one. You know how out of focus that is. I mean, yeah, my camera shooting skills kind of suck, but... Oh, it's so bad. Let me go find a stack of these damn things that have horrible artwork on them. We'll just go through this little slideshow of crap. So aesthetics. Aesthetics is a huge thing when it comes to card games. The cards need to look cool, especially if they're supposed to be main characters in the story that people are going to want to play. So let's show some examples of cards with good artwork on them. So I do like the Xena card. It does display her really cool. She is in the middle, kind of like an action thing going on. It makes sense with the portrait style artwork that they use. And Gabriel is okay. They could have got some little bit more involved, you know, instead of just her standing there. I do like the Eolus picture. It has his bow, or I think it's a bow. And he's about to like shoot someone in the face. So yeah, I like it. It's good. Some of the artwork they picked for the portrait style is really good. Then of course there's Hercules with his really worried picture for some reason. I know. So anyways, so let's talk about some more good artwork. So we got Divine Healing. It makes sense. See how it fits? It's good. I like it. It's a really good card too. You can put a character card from your discard pile to play without tapping resources to play its costs, which is really broken. We'll find out though. But see how it works when they do it right? What are they thinking with this picture? Look at this guy. Talking about let's I'm a fish. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What? Maybe this is what Kevin Sorbo is worried about. He's all like, there's that guy. He's always trying to kiss me all the time. It's so bad. This card actually has pretty good artwork. Bruce Campbell. Come on, focus. Focus, I say. Look at his nose. Why is there a thing on his nose like that? It's supposed to be a misprint. Yeah, this is one of the unique cards you get in one of the starter decks. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I do really like the C-23 cards. Yes, no one knows what this crap is, but the artwork fits really well. Like, a lot of it makes sense on the card. See how like good it looks and it fits with the portrait style? You know, Ares here. See, it does, when they do it right, it looks really, really good. And there's a whole lot of them where they do it really, really wrong. Like Argonaut. Some sweaty guy. Looking worried again. That's the problem with using screenshots from the show, is that they're like in conversations and stuff. So they're going to be making faces like they're staring at something. And they just look like worried or like put off the whole time. It's just... And here's a great artwork. It is called Herculean Effort. More like Hercules humping a tree. Be followed by guy getting food. Someone sells your house. Which really doesn't look like. It looks like he has a hamburger and fries to me. In Hercules' time. Hamburger and fries. And he sells my house. So this guy's standing here grinning. With a toothy grin. With hamburger and fries. During the whatever. Oh, it's so bad. This card's broken, by the way. Choose one of your opponent's resources to play and discard it for 3. Here is really badly rendered Amazon Village. This actually looks a little bit better in the viewfinder, I think. But it's so low res. It looks so bad. And here's some random things I noticed. Look. Why is her face censored out? Is it like they didn't get permission from everyone in the show? Like, her face is censored out too. See? What's up with that? Whoa, it's like she's crying in Minecraft. That's so weird. I don't understand why they blurred out. Look, her face is blurred out too next to Hercules. Look. What? Why? It's so weird. Here's another example of a card that makes sense. See, all the C-23 stuff has like custom art. Like that kind of works. Instead of like random extras staring off for some reason at something because they're in the middle of a freaking conversation. This game would have been really, really good if A, all the cards looked the same and didn't look cheap and low budget. C-23 is a good example where what they should have done. They should have hired some comic artists, maybe the guys that drew this, made this set first, or something similar, and had them draw Xena and Hercules in the same comic style. That way you can tell the cards are from the same game. Don't market something as 3 individual games. They even duplicated cards that do the same thing. They do the same thing. Let me find one of them, because actually in my deck I couldn't get 4 copies of some of the cards. So what I did is I played the ones from the other games that did the same thing. If the sets were maybe marketed together as one big merge, like Hercules, Xena, and random space guys, the starter game for new trading card game players, you won't need 2 copies of the same card to do the same thing. I mean, these things are barely different. I just realized that. Choose one character and play your own or your opponent's and discard it, where this one's actually worse. Choose one of your opponent's characters and play and discard it. But the whole point is that why do you need the one that costs the same amount from a set made later on that's better when you had the card already made before? You should have just made the better one in the first set, or you could have just made one card that did the same thing. Don't make multiple cards in the same. It shows why it makes no sense why all these games look different. They're marketed as independent games. Yes, there are big advertisement over here. This thing says that Hercules joins Xena. More like Hercules joins Xena with half her set with his badly rendered low-res screenshots from his show with all the different characters made again. Because you can see on here, there's Ares. He don't match with my Ares, does he? It's this. Why was it marketed so bad? It destroyed the game. I mean, Wizards of the Coast just gave it up because it was that. It wasn't. I don't want to say it was that bad. Is that no one cared anymore about Xena, Hercules, and whatever the hell C-23 was. Especially now, these things are really, really rare because they don't print them anymore. But at the same time, it's not very fun to play. And you have all these cards that do the same thing. These decks are horrible too. It's just, it's disappointing. It really is, because they could have had something good going on here. Did it deserve any better? I don't think it did. It's cheap, low res. It's basically just Magic again. And they even advertise it going like, hey, you should play Magic because this game's similar to Magic. Magic, 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 Magic. A lot of things produced by Wizards of the Coast, their own enemy of the product is their own other product called Magic the Gathering, because this is so much better. So no, it doesn't deserve better. It shouldn't really have been made, to be honest. It's just a shame that all these developers put time and effort into this just to make something that's horrible. This could have been good, but it wasn't at all. So anyways, in conclusion, the Arc System trading card game, not very good. Yeah, I mean, I kind of went over it already. So anyways, let's talk about some packs. So a lot of these things are super duper rare, hard to get. So we're going to do these Xena ones. These things are expensive. I think there's a box for like $168, $150, something like that. And it's the only box. And I forgot to mention, Xena actually got an expansion. It was 75 cards. Xena the Warrior Princess was 180 cards. And wow, these things hard to get. Let's open up this one because for some reason it came open in the mail. All right, we got Witch Hunters. Witch Hunters. The side of a guy's face with the window, the center of attention for some reason in the shot, and they're catching it on fire. Village Sentries. That's a pretty good picture. See, that makes sense on that one. Lizard Warriors. I actually needed one of those. Pretty cool. Lynch Mob. I don't... Okay. Big Skull of Ares. Chin Mercenary. I hate these cards. Why do they cost so much? Don't do anything. There's Gate Guard again. I made fun of him already. Wall Guards. Cool. Raw Squid. Oh, look. I forgot to mention this. I don't know if you can see it. Come on. Look at that orange outline around the box. This is so obvious that Xena was the first set made. See the orange outlines? Come on. Why are those there? It's so crazy. Yeah. That makes sense for a picture. This is another picture that looks way better in the viewfinder. This is really, really low res. You can really tell on these rocks here. Kind of look kind of rainbow colored. They really shouldn't have zoomed in like they did on some of these pictures. And Argo! Argo the horse. Unique. Once per turn, whenever you're allowed to play an action card, you may choose one of your own characters in play. That character untaps at the beginning of your opponent's next turn, even if this character leads play. I'm assuming Argo is the horse, because that's Xena. So, Xena's horse. That is really funny that they made her horse a card. Don't know why that just seems strange to me. I don't destroying the collector's value. Oh no. Traveling priest. Celtic warrior. What? The Yu-Gi-Oh card. That actually looks pretty good. Look, it's the word guy again. Why do I call 6? I'm only 4. At least I'm a good guy. Cavalry strike. Ooh. There's like there is looking at their boobs again. Ooh. Gabby's little stick. There's that really stupid orange block again. Oh, it looks so bad. Here it is again. Look at this guy. He's making the face. Priest of Dude. When this card is put in play, you may put up to 2 cards from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck in any order. Okay. Aid from Bruce Campbell. There's always again. Jolly old toy maker. It's a gnome. Looks like a gnome. What? When this card is put in play, you may choose up to 2 of your opponent's characters and tap them. Weapon of the Gods. What is this? Blurred picture of the gods. +2. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's characters in play and discard them. Discard 2 cards from your own deck. Well, that's awesome. Ding. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. C-23. We'll do this our Hercules last. They're kind of the best cards. Open. Come on. Come on. Do not best me, Pat. Do not best me. These cards look so much better. I'm sorry. I can't stand screenshots. It makes me mad. Pretty cool. This picture makes sense on the portrait style. I like it. I like it a lot. See how the pictures make sense? I don't know why this person over here is out of focus in the picture. It's a little silly. Looks pretty cool. I like that. These pictures are just good in C-23. Anglican Commander. Oh, these cards are just not that great. Phalanx provides suppression fire. Play only when attacked. Give 1 blocking character +3 for the turn. Your opponent can't play combat cards this turn. That's pretty good. The artwork's pretty good too. I like it. Bomb and Bash unit. Yeah! When this card is put in play, discard 2 cards from your opponent's deck. That's awesome! That's so good. Phyla Stingers. Choose one of your opponent's attacking or blocking characters part 3 or less and discard it. Wrath of Hemlock. Discard all characters and play. Cool, Wrath of God. Yeah, or Damnation, or whatever you want to call it. Cool. Neutron Bomb. Ooh, obscure reference. Dark Hole. Opposed to White Hole. It just sucks. The Oracle. The artwork's pretty good in the C-23 cards. I like it. It's drawn, it looks like cards. This is a really good card, by the way. Pay 1 to destroy. Discard one of your opponent's characters in play with 3 or less power. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Burn unit. Pretty good. I got a lot of cards in this pack I actually want to put in the decks now. Subdue. Dude, the pictures just make sense. It looks so good. Even this random armadillo thing. Armadillo. Yes. This card's awesome. Absolute Counterspell. There's that card again. Cool. Doing pretty good stuff, guys. Give up to 2 of your character's mobility for this turn. You make them unblockable. Wow. That's pretty good. And Razor Flies. When this card is put in play, discard 1 card from your own deck. That's not bad. That's really not bad at all. Cool, cool. And last but not least, Hercules, the legendary booster packs that are really expensive to get. Saw a box of Hercules, and he is about $200 something. And C-23 you can get for about $40 because no one cares about it. Look, it's badly artwork mummy. Bad artwork mummy. He is unblockable. Bad artwork forest raider. Random trees. It's a hidden random trees, evidently. Treacherous warrior. Random extra. Ha ha ha. Oh, divine healing. Yay. Look, boobies. Boobies. Yoink. Overworked mother. That's what I want to play in my deck, is someone's overworked mother. Centaur attack. More like Centaur standing there. I'm standing here, attacking you or glaring at you as you talk to me, because that's what this scene obviously is. Path not taken because it's on fire. Here's one of those spells that come back. See, has cool hands. That's cool. Discard one card from your opponent's deck. That's pretty good. Yoink. Do the Twanky Twiddle? What? The heck? Here's just some joke from the show, but what the heck? Play only when attacked. Give one blocking character +6 power to end the turn. Do the Twanky Twiddle. What the hell? Broken Truce. Let's get back in here and go for it. Saita Instructor. Whenever you're allowed to play an action card, you may tap this character to put any combat card from your discard pile in your hand. That is awesome. Wow, that's really good. See, I told you all the Hercules cards are awesome. And the last pack of the day. Da, 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 da. Hired Centaur Archers that won't focus. There we go. As you can tell, I got a new camera. Oh, it's Possessed Virgins. I want to talk about this. Look, her face is blurred out. It's so weird. Oh, that stupid lady. Why is she looking at the camera for? Golly, we gotta blur her out. So weird. And there's a lady sitting on Yolas, and he's making a silly face. Brr, puff my cheeks out. Brr. Yeah, so... Why don't focus on this one? There it goes. Woohoo, those guys again. And so, I think I'm in a bad card game. Yep. Wandering Tribe. Wandering Extras. Fair Trial. Fair amount of rocks on top of me. Hera's Enforcer. There's a stupid card again. Do the Twanky Twiddle. Oh, so dumb. Daughters of Desperius. Hello. Let's see. When this card is put in play, you may choose one character in play. Your own or your opponent's return it to its player's hand. Why that's a red card, I don't know. And Royal Decree. Yeah, that's a good card. Let's see what it does in this game. Return each character and resource in play, even your own, to its player's hand. Wow! You bounce everything! How's that fair? Wow! Bounce everything. Wow. Woo! Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed games that could have been good, but were not at all. Wizards of the Coast Arc System Trading Card Game. Not very good at all. Anyways, this was Jeff at StarCat Products. Be sure to check us out on the website and also subscribe. Take care and have a good one.